Official billboards scream it. 86% of Russians trust Vladimir Putin. Yet, the very night that poll dropped, anti-war graffiti bloomed across 40 Moscow bus shelters. Telegram channels swelled with 20,000 new followers. Ticket search sites melted from a frantic surge for one-way flights to Armenia. The country can look rock solid on state television, but be quietly cracking underneath. So, what happens when loyalty truly evaporates, in a place where public opinion is dictated by the very same people who hand out the pensions? We've tracked the quiet cracks the Kremlin desperately tries to caulk each morning. Burnt-out draft offices, hack and leak dumps from patriotic media, desperate mothers begging for demobilized sons, and the viral popularity of an obscure Constitution document explaining presidential impeachment. These stories don't make the evening news, of course. But together, they sketch a future where Putin forever is less a concrete plan and more a fading prayer. Let's talk about that 86% for a moment. It's a mirage, really. State pollsters still ring landlines asking a simple yes or no question, quietly logging anyone who hangs up as a supporter. Independent researchers, however, play a different game. They tuck a crucial second question inside longer surveys. If elections were held this Sunday, and your ballot was truly secret, who would you choose? Suddenly, Putin's support plummets to the low 40s. Zero in on the under 30 demographic, and he free falls to just 29%. In focus groups, 2/3 of respondents admit they answered approve simply because, well, it's safer. That headline number, then, is less politics than performance art, a script everyone in Russia knows by heart. The truly fascinating part, though? How many people are beginning to ad-lib? Sanctions, we were told, would feel abstract. Instead, yogurt became 30% more expensive overnight. Chinese car parts, once readily available, now take 3 months to clear customs. The ruble's 2024 slide, it wiped out a full year of wages for teachers. Metalworkers saw their plants switch to 4-day weeks. When the government hiked the pension age, they spun it as grandmother solidarity. When inflation soared to 14%, they pointed fingers at foreign technologists. Each hollow excuse, each transparent deflection peels away another layer of credibility. Pensioners, once Putin's unwavering bedrock, now share bitter price sticker memes, comparing the cost of a sausage to a Duma deputy's luxury watch. They still collect state aid. But the gratitude? That's long gone. But September 2022? That changed everything. A single televised speech announced partial mobilization, drafting 300,000 men. Immediately, Google Trends for how to break an arm crashed, and flights to Istanbul emptied out. Within a week, police unleashed the largest domestic crackdown since 2018, making over 1,300 arrests across 40 cities. Yet those visible protests were just the tip of the iceberg. Anonymous Telegram channels buzzed with tips on draft avoidance. Recruiters showed up at university dorms only for students to simply climb out first-floor windows, filming their escape on phones. The message was clear. The moment the state demanded their bodies, millions of Russians discovered deeply personal red lines. Support, once seemingly unconditional, became transactional, then utterly optional. Underground, yes, but certainly not invisible. Independent media outlet Histories now estimates Russia is home to 300 decentralized protest cells, half of them springing up after mobilization. Their tactics are ingenious. Low risk, high visibility. Think spray painting QR codes that link directly to anti-war media, or gluing rainbow-colored peace coins onto park benches for passersby to find. They stage 15-second silent pickets, over before the police even know they've begun. Feminist collectives are even swapping digital guides on how to jam. Military enlistment printers with paper painted in conductive silver, ensuring the machines short-circuit. No one claims national coordination, yet the same striking stencil of a prisoner in a birdcage mysteriously appears from Vladivostok all the way to Voronezh. The message is unmistakable. We are separate, but we are many. Even inside the elite bubble, the cracks are showing. The security establishment still publicly chants Putin is Russia, but private oligarch chatter. It's far, far darker. A leaked March 2025 recording from a government-linked financier actually jokes. The Federation is held together by WhatsApp admins, 3 sources close to the presidential administration. confided to Medusa that weekly briefings now include a mood index scraped directly from elite family Telegram chats. If it dips below 60%, regional governors get a stern warning to tighten local propaganda. And what was the response? 2 governors reportedly replied with a thumbs-up emoji, and then promptly forwarded the memo to their wives. Even the Praetorian Guard is hedging its bets. Elite offspring still flash their pro-war lapel pins in exclusive Moscow clubs. But their passports quietly carry Georgian residency stickers. Faith, it seems, is draining upward just as surely as it's draining down. When belief finally collapses in a personalized regime, the fall isn't sudden. It's like a cartoon character running off a cliff still midair before they finally look down. Russia, it seems, is mid-stride. Official approval might still float near 80%, but the social contract is already shredded. In hushed kitchen conversations, in endless draft queues, in the quiet collective refusal to attend pro-war concerts, history teaches us a harsh lesson. Personalist leaders rarely survive once the majority decides that obedience is in fact optional. The only question now isn't if gravity will kick in, but rather what Russians will find when it finally does. Have you spotted other quiet signals of Russian dissent? Drop them below. Anonymous handles are absolutely welcome. And if you found this insightful, hit subscribe for our next deep dive into the Georgian tech corridor, a lifeline helping dissidents reboot their lives. Share this with anyone who still thinks that 86% means unshakable.